I find it pleasing to the palate and possessing a pulchritudinous perfume.
If you like it, you could just say so.
Well, now that my thirst has been slaked, please enlighten me, Professor, educate me, elucidate the exceptional events that resulted in our recent rendezvous.
Very well. If I understand you correctly, it started last night when I was working late at the police pathology laboratory. I just finished with the body of a man who'd been run over by a hansom cab in the Strand when two policemen arrived with a handcart. There was a body on the handcart beneath a stained sheet. They said...
You know, I've never been to your laboratory. I imagine it being full of bubbling retorts and skeletons purged of their flesh, their bones wired together and all hanging from hooks like some strange fruit. Like something out of the Grand Guignol, in fact.
The what?
The theatre of cruelty, Professor. French. Not my cup of tea, I must admit. The audiences will pay to see anything these days.
May I continue?
I'm all ears, Professor. You have the undivided attention of Henry Gordon Jago.
My laboratory, since you ask, is in the basement of the St. Thomas's Hospital, in a room made available to the Metropolitan Police by the hospital trustees. The walls and the floor are tiled in white porcelain.
All the better to wipe the blood of fame.
And there are 3 rather large tables fitted with porcelain tops in the centre of the room, where the bodies of the poor unfortunates go.
I warrant it all smells to high heaven, eh, Professor? That can be the only explanation for the eau de cologne you're wearing.
Actually, it smells entirely of carbolic acid, which we wash the place down with every night. And I'll have you know that my cologne is an exclusive gentleman's scent imported especially from Paris. Now, where was I?
Washing with carbolic acid.
Yes, thank you. It's all illuminated by skylights and by gas lamps after sunset. I've worked under considerably worse conditions. In Afghanistan, for instance, I recall
You mentioned that 2 policemen turned up with a body.
Ah, yes. They had it in a wheelbarrow. "Evening, Professor," one of them said. He was a burly man with huge mutton chop whiskers and hands as big as spades. "We found this cove face down in the mud at Southwark Bridge."
Have you ever trod the boards, Professor?
What?
Are you a practitioner of the thespian arts?
I'm not sure I follow you.
Have you, in short, ever acted?
Well, no.
Then let's leave it to the professionals, eh?
Very well. He's a big bloke, the constable offered, and it took the 2 of us to get him here. I looked at the wheelbarrow. Couldn't you have found a more dignified form of conveyance, I asked. He stared at me, puzzled. "What's wrong with the wheelbarrow?" he asked. "It's all we could find at the station house." I drew myself up. "Would you like to be pushed around in a wheelbarrow when you're dead?" "Can't say as I care much by then," he sniffed. "Just so long as I'm not dragged through the streets by my feet." I gave up. "You say he was found in Southwark. Was he pulled from the river?" "He was lying on the bank by the pier of the bridge," he replied. "All the currents round there can be treacherous. All kinds of stuff can be cast up on the mud. And it's a race between us and the tosh fakers to see who can get to it first." "The tosh fakers?" I questioned, never having heard the word before. "The little urchins who pick through the mud and the sewage for coins and stuff that's been thrown away by accident," he clarified. "Anyway, we managed to hook this body in first. And like I say, he's a heavy blighter." "Can you get him on one of my tables?" I asked them. And as they struggled with the body, I collected together the various tools I would need to conduct the autopsy. "I know for myself that the river is in a highly unsanitary state at that point," I said while I worked, "thanks to the number of sewers that open into it upstream. So I'm hardly surprised that somebody might die after falling in, from poisoning, if not from actual drowning." The other constable, a taller, thinner chap, nodded agreement. "I've known ladies to swoon just from the vapours that rise up from the surface and the time it takes to cross Southwark Bridge from one side to the other," he said. "You don't know no ladies," his companion muttered, "swooned or otherwise." Seeing that they had completed the task of manoeuvring the body onto the table, I bade them farewell with my thanks. They loitered for a few moments. I thought they were waiting for a tip, and I was about to dismiss them with a sharp word when the burly one said, "You know, there's something familiar about that face. I could swear I know him from somewhere." "Probably one of the local villains," his colleague replied. "Yeah, but the bloke I think it is has been in Newgate for the past 3 years. Maybe he's got a brother." They left, still arguing about the putative identity of the cadaver, and in the quietness of the night.